Hey, what's up, good people? This is James Harris, man. I'm doing a video outside today because it's beautiful out here. But I felt inclined to do this video on resiliency because oftentimes people hear about adversity or dramas or different traumas and feel that that's it. But on the other side of those adversities or those traumas or dramas, there's resilience. You can definitely build resilience within yourself and be able to navigate different situations in a healthy manner. Um, so for people who are unfamiliar with resiliency, it is pretty much a psychological quality that allows you to be able to cope and have the ability to face adversity better than you did previously, or even after the situation, you build up a certain level of tolerance to a situation. So rather than letting difficulty or traumatic events or failures dictate the outcome of your life, you're able to recover and display a certain characteristic about you that, whether it's emotional healing or the power to just continue to chart the course within the goals that you're setting out to reach. So it's important to definitely develop a certain level of resiliency. Have a positive attitude about life, create a different optimism about life. You have the ability to regulate your emotions in a healthy way, whether that's positive communication, whether that's a strong support system, positive interaction with different people, not being so down on yourself. Viewing failures as like helpful feedback. You're learning from your failures opposed to letting them dictate you not wanting to go on. So early life circumstances can also play a role in how you're building resilience. If you view your parents as somebody who were able to endure certain things, and now you got that ability to adapt and just stuff get added on to your situation, you're able to continue to navigate those courses. Being genetically predisposed to it also build resiliency. Like within the African American community, people talk about our ancestors endured so much during slavery or during the 60s and 70s and 80s, and now we as African Americans that from that offspring can endure a lot and continue to go. So those things are different type of ways that you can build resiliency, or people often talk about resiliency. So I mentioned traumas earlier. So some people think that being in different traumatic situations, your resiliency is higher or it can be lesser. So I would say it can be both. Trauma definitely is a personal characteristics because one person can deal with that trauma differently than you can deal with that trauma. And the same thing with resiliency. It's different based on who you are and the level of, I guess, trauma or how it impacted your life. So you can have a high sense of resiliency and bounce back as if nothing happened, or able to cope throughout that trauma, or you can develop maladaptive behaviors and negative coping mechanisms, such as reckless behavior, being promiscuous, substance use and stuff like that, as an excuse or a way to escape from the trauma or drama you endured. So it all depends on the person, but hopefully you're one to develop the positive from the resilience, and you want to have a better outlook on life and stuff like that. Resiliency can be learned over time. Of course, it's situation dependent. So many factors will, of course, determine how you're being resilient, I would say. So early life experiences, you might had a situation early on in life that you was able to adapt and overcome throughout. Um, it can be modified throughout your life depending on different situations in your work environment, your home environment, your neighborhood environment. You also can build certain characteristics about yourself and saying, hey, regardless of what happened, I'm gonna keep moving forward, right? So there's different ways. You also can break your thought cycle, whether that's having more positive thoughts than negative thoughts, viewing the situation as beneficial to you, as what can I learn from this situation, or what is this trying to teach me, opposed to viewing the negative side of it. You also can minimize how you catastrophize different events. So, like, stop making situations bigger than what they are, or just stop thinking they're bigger than what they are. Just look at the situation for what you can control. Whatever you got the power over controlling or changing, that's all you can manage or dictate. Also, if you're met with a situation, view it as a situation that you can learn from and not so much of a setback. And if you are in a situation that has happened to be a setback, plan a stronger comeback from that situation. Being able to build resilience definitely help you get through the pain or disappointment without letting it become overwhelming or necessary to do so. Develop healthy habits, proper nutrition, good sleep hygiene, have a positive support system. All of those things help. Definitely, you want positive people around you so you can feed off that energy or give off certain energies. That's important. Be grounded and centered within yourself. Meditation helps. It's you also got the ability to move forward from those traumatic events or those events that were adverse to your survival or was meant to knock you down. You continue to move forward, which is good. All of that is a part of resiliency. So I'm not saying like pretend that failure and frustration, different things to prevent you from meeting your goal, like to just ignore them. No, you have to deal with them, but you can deal with them in a healthy way, so you're able to move forward. Like practice that self-compassion. You're on point. You know what I'm saying? Like talk yourself up, develop some affirmations about yourself so you can continue to move forward. Um, Learn to be okay with making mistakes, whether they're big or they're small. Like stuff happens. We make mistakes. We have to learn from the mistakes. We got to keep going. So definitely reach out to me if you got any questions. Men2heal.com, mentoheal.com, or you can hit me on IG, men_TOHEAL, men_TO_HEAL, or mentoheal.com. Appreciate your time. Thank you. You are resilient. You are strong. You got this. Appreciate your time.